Alright, hello everybody, this is Nick from the ArcadeHunters.com with a brand new arcade walkthrough video. For the first time, I am here at 119 East Tarpon Avenue in Tarpon Springs, Florida at the Replay Museum. So, they close Mondays and Tuesdays, open Wednesday to Sunday. My good friends Steve and Bobbi run the place. We are coming in, you can check them out, replaymuseum.org. Once again, a awesome. Say hello, Mr. Steve. How are you doing there, buddy?
Doing just peachy.
Doing good. Thank you for having me. And once again, Miss Bobbi's here.
Oh, welcome to Replay.
So it's very good. I got to come out and see you guys. I mean, I've been here in Tampa for almost 5 years, so you know, finally get out here. So get to check you guys out. Get to see what you guys have to play. So you can see up here we got it is a pop, as I like to say, a pay one price. So they have day passes for the adults, they have day passes for kids, and if you got a under 6-year-old, they can come in for free. And yes, they are available for corporate events. They also have you can play monthly passes and ones for the kids too. So I'm going to go from the right side of the room, I'm going to go down to the left. I'll end up with the Hercules over here. So let's go check out the lineup of games. They got a little bench over here, you can sit down. Got a cool old Coke thing over here. I was telling Bobbi, for some reason I always see High Hand from Gottlieb. Pretty much you always see like these card style games. So they have James Cameron's Abaddon, the original Avatar. It's so funny that I have to say like this is the old Avatar and this is the old Metallica, but you know, this is what happens over here. So once again, it's got that awesome lenticular back glass on there that pretty sure they said the company went out of business after the game came out. So one of the cool things that they do here is they have a tutorial QR code, so you can actually load up a tutorial video. They said they use a lot of Bo and Karen's videos and stuff like that, so if you don't know how to play the game, you can look it up. And of course, they are Insider Connected, so if you have your Insider Connected ID, you can get your high scores and achievements all over the place. Got another one that I see often is Gottlieb's Countdown. You can see they put some color LEDs on here, so they got the very cool. They lit it with the lights in mind, so they got all the ones in there. Very cool. See this one a lot. It's very funny. You get to say the old Metallica. It's the Pro Metallica, obviously. So it's cool getting to play. Thank you, Marshall from Little Shop, for bringing the game to the last show over there at Replay Florida. Another one from John Boyle. We got Aerosmith. Once again, a pro. Premium in LEs, you never see of Aerosmith. The Aerosmith other one had an upper playfield, and I just started the game because I bumped into the start button, so thank God I know how to do that, and I can turn it off. Steven was just working on 8-Ball Deluxe Limited Edition. Once again, this was one of the smaller ones that they made. I like to call this one of my birthday games. Somebody on Pinside had a really cool video, or I should say a thread about what game was made during your birthday. So apparently this might have been the game that was on the Bally line April 10th of 81 when I was born. So that's why I call it my birthday game. Another one from our good friend Mr. Steve Ritchie is, they put googly eyes on him. No fear. Took me a while to figure out that this game has no pop bumpers. It is all ramps and loops and stuff like that. Yep, very big one. We got Ghostbusters. It's funny they put in production because Stern doesn't really release how many games come out anymore. So you got the Slimer, got the little Stay Puft on there. Looks like they put the mod on him. There's a mod where Stay Puft can walk. This is another game that people are clamoring for to bring back. They just want to fix the flipper gap because that flipper gap is pretty insane on Ghostbusters. One of my games, one of my favorites. Shout out to my friend Brendan who got this from back in the Long Island Arcade Club. He got a beautiful, I think it was a home use only Tommy, or it was just a very low use. The thing looked immaculate. It was brand new. And he told me he sold it to somebody that was They said someone from the Air Force or the Army that was coming back from Afghanistan, so the game was waiting for them. That was really cool. Another one from Steve Ritchie, AC/DC, Akadaka. Now this looks like one of the, this is one of the later run, because it has the swinging bell. Because the original versions of the AC/DC Pro didn't have that swinging bell, and also the playfield's different because it had that gigantic face of Angus Young looking at you, and everybody hated that, so they took that off and they had the band on there, so people like that a lot better. Alright, we got Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. This is the standard edition. It's great that guys over at the Slow-Mo guys have a great video of this. If you ever see them, they have it opened up and they're playing it and banging it around and stuff like that. Really cool stuff. Oh, another one, Grand Lizard. My brother's brother-in-law owns one of these machines, and he told me that they were playing this in the basement, and they smelt one of the flipper coils burning out because they had been playing it for so much because it wasn't barely ever used. But check out, looks like a Monster Bash remake. Oh yeah, that's a remake. Look at those beautiful LEDs. And of course, it's got the new color dot matrix on there from the guys over at the Chicago Gaming Company. Brought the game back to life. Big shout out to my good friend Chris Bucci, who told me he owned one of these and he played it way too much, and then he sold it, and he's very upset that he sold it. He said he wished he never sold it. We got Iron Maiden Legacy of the Beast Pro Edition. Once again, all of them got the Insider connected on there. From Sonic, Butterfly. From Madrid, Spain. So, yep, always great to see some games from Sonic. Folks over in my neighborhood of New York know the one that John used to bring over every once in a while. I forget who had it, but they used to have Flight 2000, or I forget the name of it, but we just called it Evil in the Box. It was super hard. Beautiful creature from the Black Lagoon. I notice how it says the designer is JT. We don't want to say the man's name, but yeah, it's a good game. We got Brian Eddy. I can guarantee you this game gets a lot of play. Is Stranger Things, the Pro Edition. Very smart of them to bring back Stranger Things, because obviously this game gets a lot of play. You got Williams Aztec. Had one at Pinball Dudes that someone had traded in. I think it had a different backlash. I don't remember it having that backlash. But it was weird because the bottom of it was made out of metal. It was so weird. Never seen one like it. We got Arnie. We got Terminator 2 Judgment Day. One game I always think about Florida is Terminator Judgment Day, because this was at every arcade that I ever went to in Disney. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go around, and then I'm gonna go in the middle. Got Star Wars: The Mandalorian Pro. Another one from Brian Eddy. Oh, I can hear it in the background. Got some cool art and stuff over here. Got some stickers. All right, we got some arcade games. So go check out the arcade game. Oh, there's a problem with Silver Strike. We got Golden Tee Complete, Golden Tee 4 Complete. Aw, Street Fighter Alpha 2. My favorite. Kind of get into a conversation of which Alpha one you like the best. 2 and 3 are definitely up there. We got Joust. Looks like they got Robotron running on a multi-board. This is press 1 and 2 for menu, and it's got that cool screensaver so it doesn't burn in on there, so it's got the little Joust guys running. We got Punch-Out! Always great to see Punch-Out at arcades here. Once again, if you know the story, you know, Nintendo had a surplus of monitors, so they had to come up with 2 monitor games. Very nice. Street Fighter 2 Champion and an original. The Big Blue. They got it running Super Turbo. Everybody's favorite. Everybody loves Super Turbo. You got Hyper Fighting. Yeah, remember, these were the 2 that you would see mostly. You would see like the Dynamo conversions, and then you would see the originals with those big marquees on there. You have a Neo Geo with Polestar. I don't know if there's other games in there, but let's see. I think that's... Is that Polestar? No, I guess it's a 1 slot, so we got Polestar running on there. But hey, we got a Neo Geo. So let's see, we got Killer Instinct 1, we got Killer Instinct 2. 1 and 2. Unfortunately, I can't get the side of it, but big shout-outs to the guy that runs the count on Twitter and Blue Sky, the photos of Mortal Kombat 4 Daily on there. So, yep, we got all 4 Mortal Kombat arcade games. 1, 2, Ultimate, and 4. You got to have all 4 of them. Very nice, of course. Really cool getting to see the actors over at the event. And I'm going to try to turn around because the guys didn't want me to show the back because they are working here, you know, doing a lot of stuff. It takes a lot of work to keep the place going. So, I think I'm going to go around here and then I'll get in the middle. We'll go all the way around. Alright, so we got Strike Zone over here. Never seen this one from Williams. Very nice. We got Family Guy. Pat Wallace Family Guy. Of course, if you got to see the family-friendly version, that was Shrek. Gottlieb's Road Race. This is a different one that I haven't seen. Oh, it's got one of those, the flipper in the middle that always rolls around on you. There's Paul Bunyan. I haven't seen Paul in a bit. How you doing there, Paulie? Paul Bunyan, Surf Champ. With the heavy-hitting Gottlieb games. I know Surf Champ's a big popular one. Game of Thrones from Steve Ritchie. They got the Pro. This game got like a big, massive update. I remember it changed up the whole thing with getting the gold and stuff like that and going crazy on that. Oh, yep. The Last Electromechanical from Bally. Captain Fantastic and the Dirt Brown Cowboy. Mr. Elton John. Who I just found out recently, I didn't even know this, that he'd gotten sick and he lost his eyesight in his right eye, so hopefully he's getting better. Awesome. This is one of the Vault editions of Iron Man, one of my favorites. This game they made a ton of. I think there's definitely got to be more than... Stern really doesn't release it. I mean, it was easy to say, like, you know, okay, Flight 2000, they made 6,000 of, but they really don't run the... they don't tell you how many games they've made in a production run, but I know for Iron Man, they made a lot of Iron Mans because they came out with the Vault editions. Here we go. Flight 2000. Played this game all over the place from Stern. Some of the old Sterns had like the old Papa logos on there. Oh, I got a Centaur. Sadly out of order right now. You know, there's CPR makes brand new playfields for this. I've seen people really baby their Centaurs. They come out really nice. I can't believe they run these 3 games here, but yes, we have Orbiter 1. I can't believe they have an Orbiter 1. I know Marshall from Little Shop has one, so he's got one in his collection. I can't believe they run Black Hole and Haunted House. Beautiful. You know, the guys over at the, the stuff made a, what is the little micro arcades, they have a little black hole, but you can't really play it, just do you dare, yes. Haunted House from Gottlieb. 82 and 81. Absolute behemoths. Those double playfields. Oh, really cool. World Poker Tour. Yeah, 2 Steve Ritchies. You got World Poker Tour? This game I love. It's funny, they gave World Poker Tour to a guy that's never played cards before, so he's like trying to figure out how to come up with something. And yes, one of my most favorites, Magnus Avis turned offs. It is Black Knight 2000. Someone said, like, if you had to pick one game for Steve Ritchie to, like, represent them, and I said, yeah, Black Knight 2000. That's the game I think of with Steve Ritchie. Barry Alsler's Bad Cats. One more time. It's got that ramp. I played this in tournaments where they make that ramp incredibly hard. Right here in the middle, they'll put, like, they'll put really thick rubber bands on there. Oh, yes, indeed. One of my favorites. Funhouse. You all know the guys from, forget the name of the company. They're making their Funhouse remake that's coming out. Funhouse Rudy's Nightmare. turned off the mystery awards on Bram Stoker's Dracula. Oh wow, they have the reproductions on there, so this is really cool. So up here you'll see you got Winona Ryder and Keanu Reeves. Now these were on the original prototypes of it, but for some reason I think both of them decided not to use their likeness, so they make those reproductions. I always say he looks like Ron Jeremy in the casket, the coffin. Doesn't look like Barry Oldman. And my dad's favorite, Back to the Future, the pinball machine. They had the music going on this really, really loud. I was saying if they ever bring this game back, if Stern does another version of it, it'd be awesome if they had the original Data East or Data East music on there. Really cool stuff. Oh yes, the best-selling pinball machine of all time, the Addams Family. Check it out. It's like, oh, that's cool. They put the thing on it. Something special in pinball. Someone played it up to 1 billion. Another one that we have to say, it's the old one. The old X-Men. So this is the LE. So this is number 30 of the Wolverine. So of course there was 2 LEs. There was Wolverine and Magneto. So the Wolverine is the blue one, Magneto was the red one. From our fine friends at Spooky, I was asking them, they said they were having a problem with their auto launcher, so they gotta try to figure it out. They got Halloween, one of my favorites, Dennis Nordman's White Water. You always have to say hi to Dennis. If the game's broken or not, say hi to Dennis. How you doing there, Dennis? He's doing good. Another Steve Ritchie classic, The Getaway High Speed 2. And my friend Paul, aka Tampa Tech, sold his, thinning out the herd over there at his place. NBA Fast Break from George Gomez. As you saw from the previous video, they had the NBA Fast Break running the 2-player model. That was really cool. So over here, Star Trek: The Next Generation, Steve Ritchie, the Super Pin, and of course another Super Pin. You can't get. They have the heavy hitters. Yes, Twilight Zone. Beautiful game. Everybody's clamoring for more. Oh, looks like his flail's broken. Oh no. Sword of Rage. The Pro Edition, the edition to get. I don't care what anybody says. I feel like the top playfield really slowed it down. I like how mean this game is. Super mean. Another one. Another Super Pin. We got Pat Lawler's Roadshow. Red and Ted's Roadshow. Red looks a little possessed, but it's the wonders of working on pinball machines. I mean, everybody had a problem with Funhouse with the 2 heads and with the 1 head, and then they said, hey, let's put another one in there. So we got Theater of Magic from Johnny Papadou. Brian Eddy's Attack from Mars, you heard in the background. Try not to get in this gentleman's way. You have The Walking Dead. Tales of the Arabian Nights. Deadpool is being worked on right now. Whirlwind. Medieval Madness from Brian Eddy. Yeah, they get all the heavy hitters here, so. Star Trek from Star Trek Pro. I like they put the comic Star Wars on the Star Wars Pro. Spider-Man. Check out Spider-Man. Oh, they actually turned it on for me. Check it out. Hercules. It's again the largest arcade game pinball machine produced, not counting Mothership that they were working on. And I got into an argument with somebody. I would say this is most definitely a cue ball from a right? That's a cue ball. Someone said that they played one and it used like a wiffle ball, and I said, no, there's no way it used a wiffle ball on it. But sorry with the glare from the sun over there. Yep, Atari's Hercules. I always think of Hershey Park when I think of this. So finally, we're going to show off the games in the middle. Once again, it is a big place, over 100 games, so you got to try to show everything off. You could actually hear it running over here. Got a Miss Pac-Man cocktail. Got an original track and field. Now they have a Nintendo red tent. This has Gradius on this side. It's not working, or Gradius, depending on how you like to say it. But they got versus Dr. Mario over here. Yes, I said Mario. So I'm from New York, and that's the way I say it. Check it out. From Japan, we got the new Astro Cities. So they got Dolphin Blue. Wow. I was wondering what game was running on this. So yeah, Dolphin Blue on the Atomus Wave. Very cool. They got Dolphin Blue. And Bobby said that someone donated this. I'm very surprised because you never saw this game a lot. Bucky O'Hare and the Toad Wars. Yep, they got it running the 2-player mode, but I don't think the game was ever made in a traditional 4-player cabinet. But yeah, since the one cool thing is having it on, they have the dip switch so you can play it in 2-player. I didn't even know you could do that with like Simpsons and stuff like that. They had the buttons for it. But thank you guys for having the real joysticks on there. I'm so sick and tired of seeing people put the bat top joysticks on the 4-player beat 'em ups. That really pisses me off. That's the way it was when I was a kid. That's how I want to play it. Once again, Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, Galaga, the class of 1981. I should tell them they should put the code for regular Pac-Man on there. I have a very funny story. I'm pretty sure I've told that on the channel before about finding the Pac-Man code on there and a guy screaming at me. So, Frogger. I always thought Frogger was Sega, but then you find out it's Konami. So, ooh, let's check out their play choice. We got Gauntlet, Super Mario Bros. 2, Tyson's Punch-Out, Contra, Double Dragon, yep, Super Mario Bros. 3, Kung Fu, Super Mario Bros., or regular Mario Bros., and Excite Bike. You got room for one more, so if you ever want to donate a game, there you go. Versus Super Mario Bros. Very nice. And yes, they do have Pac-Man. They have the original. Check it out. Baby Pac-Man. They got the baby. Got Ms. Pac-Man, yep. And Galaga. Gotta have them both. They always say that's like the heavy hitter games that people ask for. Beautiful. One of my most favorites. Oh, it's very hard to get these guys running with those vector monitors. Atari Star Wars. Root Beer Tapper. I couldn't have Budweiser. It doesn't have the rails on it. 720. Awesome. Game that everybody loves to play. Get you back in that 80s vibe. Very beautiful. They did great job on that one. Here's a ice cold beer. Ice cold root beer. It's more family friendly. Like she's got a different top on over there. She's not showing off as much skin, but it's pretty much like the same game. I've never seen that before. Oh, I was thinking about when I saw a Cybertruck on the road. I was thinking, man, that looks like the graphics from Race Driving. Awesome. Blitz 99 with the Nintendo 64 card reader. I remember that. It's just such a pain. I don't think it ever had something on it that you would have to do it yourself and push it open, and then you could put it in. You could load the plays from the home version on there. I think I was one of the only people that ever brought the memory card. Whoa, someone had something to say. Oh, one of my favorites, Outrun. Oh, I love it. Still got the Ferrari emblem on there. I know that gets beat up a lot. Kids all the time. We're gonna talk about something over there about some people. It's George Gomez's Spy Hunter. He's gonna be at the Pinball at the Beach. That's definitely one of my favorite games. I love Spy Hunter. One of my most favorites. Nice Arkanoid. Another game that everybody loves. Everybody loves Arkanoid from Romstar. Commando. Data East/Capcom. Oh, Circus Charlie. Oh no. I remember this game. They got a multi-cade. Looks like they got Mr. Deuce Castle running on it. Yep, it's got the iCade on there. So you get a little bit of everything. Asteroids Deluxe. Looks like it's running on the new monitor thing on there. It looks really good. And yes, the man, the myth, the legend, Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. Hee hee. Now, this is one thing that we got to talk about. This just happened. Yeah, a lot of these people are bringing their kids in here and they're destroying the game, so they ripped up this whole CPO on there, so they're going to have to get a new one. People, you know, when you bring people to, like, arcades and stuff like that, they're not babysitters. You know, don't do this to them. Come on. Very rude, you know. I mean, they come in, it's like, it's so cheap to come in here. They have a lot of great games, and, you know, Michael Jackson's Moonwalker is not a very common game. I didn't see this around a lot. As a kid, I probably only played it like 3 times. But come on. Have a little respect. Come on. Don't do that. You got... Wow. Bally's Castle. Aladdin's Castle. X-Men. Original 4-player X-Men. Trying to find that 6-player one's a bit of a bear. Getting into the last few games here. We got Centipede. Very cool. They got the anniversary edition Centipede, Millipede, and Missile Command. Karate Champ. Let's play that music. That Date East. The original Missile Command. Yeah, we call those the volcano buttons. Alright, getting into the last row of arcade games, taking it nice and slow for you because I can. I was telling Bobby I'm so used to doing old arcade walkthrough videos where I had to rush it. Tubin! Fortunately, looks like the rollers aren't working. It has a really cool thing where it looks like the water's going down. I heard someone online makes a thing to fix the motor on there, so hopefully they could get it back up and running. Very cool. They got the NCOM banner for Tron. The original. Tempest. Wow, that is loud. Return of the Jedi. Another one I didn't get to see often as a kid. It's almost like a fever dream when I saw this. When I said, wow, they made a Return of the Jedi. The one that I never saw was Empire. Never saw Empire. Fix It, Felix. Yeah, running off like a computer. Yeah, this is oh my goodness. The Profanity Banner. The original Q*bert. I remember they said, reading a great book about Q*bert, and they said, why were you going to call it that? And they said, oh, the kids will figure out what to call it. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. I know what the kids will call it. They'll curse at it. Look at that. Palm Beach County, Florida, 1993. Super Mario Brothers, regular Mario Brothers, I'm sorry. The Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong Jr. Remix. I wonder what's different with this one. Oh, one of my favorites, Burger Time. Very cool. Can't believe they got this one. Night Striker from Taito. Or Taito, however you like to say it. Very cool. Another one that you don't get to see often. Bump and Jump. From Bally Midway. And last but not least, the 4-player, the King, Gauntlet. Big shout outs to the guys up at Fun Spot. They have the 2-player prototype. They used to have it on the floor that you could play, but since it's so old and so rare, they have it behind a plexiglass thing so you can see it. But it's so hard to believe that, you know, everybody knows Gauntlet, so iconic, 4 players at the same time, that they were going to make it a 2-player game, but supposedly it did so well in test locations, they said, okay, we'll try doing it as a 4-player game. So here you go, folks. Let's look here at the Replay Amusement Museum here in Tarpon Springs, Florida. I come on a Thursday, so I get a video of all the games, let the games speak for themselves. So I will not come on weekends to do videos because this place gets way too crowded. Look at the elk. I thought that was an El Camino over there. Got all sorts of cool stuff. So big ups to Steven and Bobbi for having me. And if you're ever in the area, make sure you go check him out. So once again, I'm Nick from the Arcade Hunters. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you guys all later. Take care.